I'm Kenny, and I'm here with Z-Man. I'm with the rock star, Glenn Young. He's going to tell us about some new products coming out.
Yep, we've got quite a bit this year. The one thing that a lot of people are excited about, we'll start off with, is the Chatterbait Big Blade version. So this one is one that we worked on with Brian Thrift. He wanted something he could fish in really dingy, darker waters, and the fish are kind of shut down a little bit, but he wants something that makes a lot of noise. So this blade is 70% larger than what we have on the original Chatterbait blade. So it's a huge surface area.
Thump, thump, thump.
Thump, 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 indeed. This is made to be fished very slowly too. So this isn't something, you can't burn this one. You slowly reel this in and it thumps. The blade here, as you can see, is outside the head a little bit more, so it has a wider range of motion too, so that gives it more of a hunting action, a little bit more erratic action too, which you can change with your retrieve speeds. Got a big heavy-duty 6/0 hook on there too. We've got dual barb keepers on this. This is a heavy-duty dirty water fish catching machine is what this is. And the thing you'll see with this, even on a slow retrieve, the entire rod will be bouncing. The whole thing will be bouncing. And then the other chatterbait we have, the exact opposite of that, is the Mini Max. This little guy right here. See, it's just a small profile, but it's all premium components, good quality 2/0 hook on here, smaller blade, very tight to the head. So it has a very tight vibration, very tight action. And one of the advantages of this guy here is that you can burn this one and it will never ride up at all. It will stay right where you started no matter how fast you retrieve it. This will stay right where you wanted it to stay.
I want one now.
Yeah, it's a great little profile. So along those same lines, so the other things that we introduced a new top hook swim bait called the Herculez. We have a 4-inch and a 5-inch model in that. Elastic, of course. So that way the toothy critters aren't going to take this part off, which is handy. Right. And we've got a great selection of colors of both of these. And what you'll see on here is we also have a little bottom ring here, so you can put a stinger treble on this one, or like make it an underspan.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, so you can do this, several different ways. But the action is phenomenal. We've got this great little scooped tail right here. So any resistance at all makes that tail start moving immediately, right? So you don't have to really work this thing to get it swimming. Wow. Any motion at all on your part will get that tail moving, and that's a big advantage. So you can slow it down, speed it up, but you know that this bait is constantly swimming the whole time.
Elastic moves so different in the water. It just
really
glides through.
It does. And it's the advantage of having material that's soft like that is that, it's going to have great action, but you still get the durability of it, That's a big advantage. You got the 3D eyes on there, heavy duty must-have hooks on these things. These are built for business. They really are.
Ooh, stripers, redfish, trout,
exactly.
And big old bass.
Big old bass. That's exactly right. So the other thing we got for the big old bass then is we came out with a swimming worm. It's called the Turbo Fattyz. We've been working on this for a long time. So we worked with Miles Berghoff, one of our pros, on this. We tried several different tail options for this. We tried cut tails, tile tails, all kinds of stuff. But we introduced the goat last year, right? Yep. Very popular bait. That particular tail design moves so well, we thought, why don't we incorporate that into this? So we did, and that's why we have this tail on here that you can see. It's just like the tail we had on the goat. So you have this little scoop here, which means any little action at all, and that tail's immediately moving. And because of the buoyancy, you can fish this up on top and make it a little buzz bait too. And it'll kick and spit and everything on its way back, so you can bring it through the grass, pads, whatever you want, or you can fish it weighted, Texas rig, whatever you want to do. But it's got a great swimming action.
Does it have salt?
It does.
I thought I felt salt when I picked it up earlier.
There is salt in there. We put that in to give it a little extra casting weight too.
Oh yeah.
So you can throw it further. So if you're just going to fish it by itself, you still got that casting weight in there, and it will sink it a little bit too, which is kind of nice.
Perfect.
So you've got a lot of control over your presentation and your depths. Now the other thing we introduced was a new craw called the Herculez. This one we worked on with Mark Daniels Jr. And he wanted a new craw trailer and type of a swim jig thing that he could have on there, or flipping jig or a flipping bait. So we've got this guy right here, and you can see the wings here, the little ridges on him here, so that grabs the water and makes them
grab it and move it.
Grab it and move it. Very compact design here, so you can use this as a punching bait too if you want. So behind swim jigs, chatterbaits, or just by itself, there's a lot of different ways to fish it. It's buoyant, so you can fish it unweighted as a topwater bait too if you wanted. There's a lot of ways you can fish that craw. Very versatile little design right there.
Perfect.
Yep. Then, a lot of people love our Texas-eyed jig heads, and so do I, because I throw them quite a bit. I love them. We came out with a Tex L, so the Tex L is just basically an extra large 5/0 hook with the big head on there.
Wow.
Yeah. So this will accommodate, because we introduced our bigger diesel minnows, the 5-inch diesel minnows, 7-inch diesel minnows. We have a lot of bigger swim baits, and we wanted a hook to accommodate that. And we've got these up to a 1/2 ounce. So yeah, so that means you've got something you could, like if you wanted to chuck it in the surf, you've got a little extra casting weight that you could surf fish with that.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, so you
Looking
have
for
heavier
that
weights there.
in the fall.
And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, we have the Texas Eye Finesse. So we've got this little guy right here, so you can downsize a little bit, fish your slim swims and things like that, rig them up on a Texas Eye, and still have that weedless presentation, but with your smaller baits.
And how many sizes does that come in? I see you got some options.
Yeah, we've got 4 different weights in that too. Wow. Yes. So, and we've got, of course, all the same colors that we have in the rest of the Texas Eye available in this guy too.
Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing those on the shelves.
Yeah, so we have a lot of great options coming out this year. So the availability on these, so the big blade, you should be able to have these in your store in September. Okay. These guys we'll have to you in November. These we're hopefully going to ship these next month, but now we're looking at more like September for these guys here to get to your store. And then the Herculez, these will be December. All right.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to bring these in, you can do that next month. So we have all of these
Awesome.
available, and all of these available in August.
Awesome.
Okay, so you can swing by Oceans East and get all these things and around those time frames. All right.
You've seen our store. You know we're going to stock it. It's coming.
It'll be there.
Thank you, Glenn.
Yeah, my pleasure.